Attention, everybody. Welcome to RITSEC, and we're gonna get started. So yeah, welcome back. All right. So first of all, obviously join the Discord if you haven't already. I hope most of you have, because I recognize a lot of faces, and I told you just that before. But there are some brief instructions on how to join if you haven't already, and feel free to take a picture of that. Yeah, I'll give you a second. Cool, good. And once you join the Discord, oh geez, you can assign your interests. So under the management category, we have a role join section. And from there, you can just click on what you're interested in the club, and then it'll automatically sign you up for getting pings for each of those things. So make sure to go and do that, and never miss a notification. Then please sign in. So we just dropped the sign in for this week. Just head over to the sign in channel, and as it says up here, smash that sign in button to sign into the meeting. It helps us gather statistics, and you get pizza. So last one here, did you co-op this summer? So if you are anywhere here, did a co-op, it doesn't have to be necessarily in security. Scan this QR code. This helps us there's a little description on there, but this all helps us get more sponsors, let our sponsors know, hey, this is how many people have gone to our sponsors, so it's worth giving us more money. So thank you. All right, so the education portion of this meeting is going to be dedicated to our Eboard introductions, and then meeting all of the interest groups, and pretty much just everything that the club does. So each of us are going to have a Who Am I slide, and yeah, let's get started. So this is me. I'm Dan LaChance. I'm a third-year cybersecurity student. I am no longer a computer engineering minor. Very, very sad. This past summer, I worked at Microsoft. I was a security research intern, and I worked kind of adjacent to the Microsoft Sentinel team. And I love driving. I'm an avid hiker, and I love rock climbing, getting outdoors. So there are some pictures of me.
I'm David Gerard. I'm the vice president. I'm a third year. I worked at a company called FM as a cloud engineer. I worked on Azure. If you have any questions, I can hopefully answer them. But go outside this year, have fun. You know, it's good to get really involved, but it's also really good to set up habits like finding hobbies at the rock climbing gym or lifting at the normal gym, or if you want to go on runs, we have long trails on campus. This is a lot of pictures of me, one of a fish from SpongeBob, but yeah, this is all stuff I did this summer. I kind of was all over the place. My favorite place I went this summer was Paris, though. I went there with my girlfriend. That was a lot of fun, and yeah, that's it.
Hi, everyone. My name is Alex. I'm a fourth year from Buffalo, New York. Thank you, Liz. Go Bills. I previously interned over the summer at American Express, and then in the spring, I was also interning at FM Research doing cyber threat intelligence. I participate in club soccer here. I'm in Greek life, a part of Sigma Chi, and I am also an intramural merchant. I will be on every team, and if you don't see me, I probably am out that week.
Hey, I'm Danny. I'm the Director of Public Relations. I'm from Lake George, New York. I'm a third year. I'm on the CPTC, which is the Collegiate Penetration Testing Competition Windows team. You'll hear more about that later. I'm on the RITSEC Red team and the Physical Security Interest Group. I was a sous chef for 4 years. I play the guitar, keyboard. Another interesting fact, I am the Dodgeball Club Eboard member, so you can come to that. That's later tonight. And I really like 70s rock.
Hey, it's me. What did I write down? I can't remember. All right. I am Lukasz Ozemek. That's how you pronounce it. But Luca works fine as well. I'm the secretary. I'm the third year CSEC major, kind of. I've only been in the program for a semester or two now because I swapped from software engineering. If you're on the fence about it, please swap to CSEC. It's it's 10 times better. I'm from a little place called Glastonbury, CT. As you can see, it's pictured up there on the top right. I'm the founder of the Jalen Brunson fan club. If you want to talk about Jalen Brunson, please come up and talk about Jalen Brunson with me. I like Minesweeper a lot. I usually play that. I play instruments sometimes. I'm not very good at them, but I like to play them. And sometimes I lift and sometimes I read. And that's it. The obsolete John Arundel is not here, so the president will take that.
Yeah. So he's on co-op right now. He's virtual, so he'll be back very, very soon. And it's fully remote, so he'll just be here. Just gets back tomorrow. So, yeah, who is John Arundel? So he is our operations lead, and we'll get into like what the operations team does in a bit. But he's from Connecticut. He does tech crew. And he is an avid home labber. And additionally, he also worked at FM.
You guys should try out for ops and join and get interested in it. We need more members in ops.
Ain't that the truth?
John would have said that if you were here.
Absolutely. Adam Brachia is also not here. He had to tend to a family matter down in Florida, so he's actually on a flight right now. As you can see, you know, Long Island to Florida, that's where he lives now. And some of his hobbies are, you know, playing a bunch of instruments and a bunch of sports like ice hockey. Sweet. All right.
Yo, what's up, guys? My name's Hayden Hartman. I'm the head of research. I'm the Swen BS on the entire Eboard. So, but I'm a CSEC minor, so I'm like, you know, kind of adjacent. I'm a second year also. I'm a local to Rochester, New York. So, you know, this place is, it's all right. I'm a professional tea drinker. Talk to me about tea. I love tea. I used to work at a tea house. I also love board games. I'm on the Eboard for the board game club. So if you're interested in that, ask me any questions. I love to bake, and also I'm a big rock climber.
Owen has a class right now. He kind of got roped into this because our former tech lead transferred universities. So very recently, Owen was able to take up this opportunity, and we're super excited to have him. So he's a second year honors cybersecurity student, and yeah, he does a bunch of martial arts, badminton. He plays the trombone, and as I was the tech lead last year, and as I always said, in the wise words of Alex Noble, do your demos. So we'll get more into that later. All right.
Hi guys, I'm Ariana. I am a fourth year kind of master's student, kind of cybersecurity student. I love infra, which probably doesn't mean a lot to most people in this room right now, but you'll figure it out. I used to be the social media head for RITSEC, but I'm not anymore. I'm also a member of WIC and Gymnastics Club, so if you're interested in either of those things, please talk to me. I also love volleyball, I love Photoshop, I love my succulents, and I'm obsessed with Taco Bell. By the way, shameless plug, we have 2 volleyball teams for RITSEC. They're both intramural. One is beginner, one is intermediate. Please join them. And yeah, ask me about Google Apps Script. I enjoy it. Leah's not here. She's on her co-op right now, but I'm sure she'll try to come up some weekends or something. I don't know. Basically, she's a third-year cybersecurity BSMS student. She also likes infra, but definitely not more than I do. That's mean. She's on Red Team. She's on CCDC. She's on Ops. She's kind of awesome. You should talk to her. Like, she's crazy and super cool. Okay.
So that's all of the executive board. Not necessarily today, but we'll likely get more into what each e-board position does. So be on the lookout for that. But we also have a board. So e-board is executive board, a-board is assistant board. And so we have 4 positions for those. We have the social media head, social events lead, junior tech lead, and junior ops lead. And so junior tech lead and junior ops lead, the 2 that you see up there with junior in the name, those are like apprenticeships. So the tech lead and ops lead require, like both of those require a fair bit of training in order to get ready for those positions. So there's like this whole application process, and they're appointed by the executive board. And then for generally about a third of the fall semester that year, and then all of the spring semester, you're working under that executive board position just to kind of learn the ropes and get ready for your e-board position the following year. Then social media head and social events lead. These applications will be going out pretty soon, and we just appoint them. And yeah, social media, obviously, we have the Instagram, we have a Twitter page, or X, I guess now. And so they kind of upkeep all of that stuff, and then social events, stuff like the barbecue, like hack nights that we have. That's what the social events lead is responsible for. So up there also, all of those positions will be applications, and they'll be posted in announcements fairly shortly. All right. So check the calendar. I know I've said this to a lot of people already, but this is where absolutely everything that the club does is put. So all of our interest group meetings, all of our general meetings, any like specialty events that we have, our competitions, that kind of thing. So definitely keep up to date with that. Join the RITSEC mailing list. So mail.ritsec.club, just like another way to keep updated and make sure that you don't lose track of what's going on. So finally, SSO, we have a single sign-on system for a lot of our like services and a lot of things that we provide you access to, and this just like makes it easy so that you're not typing in the same username and password like 50 different times for everything. So I would highly recommend signing up for this. So yeah, I'll give everybody a second for that. Yeah. Cool. Good, good. And one more. All right, I'm not seeing any more phones up. That's good. Sweet. Moving on, announcements. So we begin every meeting by thanking all of our wonderful sponsors. So what I say is clap it up for the sponsors, everybody. Thank you. Thank you. Keep going. Keep it going. All right. Thank you. We love our sponsors. And yeah, follow our social media pages. And yeah. So, mentee sign up. We have one of the things that we have that I'll talk about in a minute is our mentorship program. And so what our mentorship program pretty much is a bunch of upperclassmen that are fairly passionate about something, but they don't really have enough time in order to set up a interest group, or they want like a little more of a personal connection. So we have one-on-ones and then group mentorships, and that's where you just like find a meeting time that works for all of you, and you just like learn about something cool in cybersecurity, and it's very low key. So if you're interested, use this Google form to sign up. Yeah, I'll give everybody another second for that. All right. Cool. All right, I see no more phones. Barbecue. So today at Perkins Green, it's like fairly near dorms. If you just like, it's on the other side of dorms from where we are right now. If you just like keep walking along down that road, I believe it's right next to J-Lot. If everybody that's a freshman knows where that is, we will just like meet up there, and there's going to be food. So we have hamburgers, hot dogs. We do have orange juice. Where's Casey? Oh, man, she's not here. We do have orange juice and a bunch of sodas, drinks, that kind of thing. So it's a good time, very low-key, and allows you to just like meet everybody in club. Awesome. So, intro to RITSEC. What do we got going on? All right, so this is where you all are right now. Welcome to the general meeting. And so the way that this works is that every Friday from noon to 4 in this room, obviously, this is kind of what it's going to look like. There's an hour of education, then an hour and a half roughly of demonstration time, where you have like a pizza break built into that. And then we have about an hour and a half of RITSEC member research and industry presenters. So doing like these kinds of presentations is one of the best ways to get involved in club. So if you're ever interested in doing something like this, reach out to either a head of education, head of research, or even the tech lead, So, yeah. Now, that education, it's presented by the students, and we have different topics every single week. So this is kind of serving as our education for the first week, just like what is the club. But then next week is like intro to cybersecurity. The following week is intro to Linux, intro to Windows. And for the first semester, that's kind of how it functions. And then the second semester will end up being like going more in depth into each avenue of cybersecurity. So we'll have like artificial intelligence, wireless security, hardware security, just getting more in depth into nitty gritty. So yeah, there we go. Now, what are the demos? I know everybody's been hearing a lot about these demos, right? So it's like a year-long capture the flag style competition. Competition is in quotes because it's just like the top 3 people get prizes, but it's like it's not super, competitive. People aren't, hoarding flags until the last minute to post them and skyrocket across the competition. It's not like that. And it's generally like 5 challenges that relate to that education presentation from that week. So it ends up being like 2 easy, 2 medium, and 1 hard one. And then obviously, like I mentioned at the end of the year, you get 3 prizes. So the prizes at the end of last year were like monitor, keyboard, a development kit, and a certification. So pretty awesome.
Just a note to add as well. I was a first year last year, and I got involved in the demos. I was kind of on the edge. I'm like, I don't know if this is something I want to do, but it's something I ended up doing every week and really enjoyed. And so if you're a freshman and considering it, I'd really recommend it. It'll teach you all sorts of skills. I had a little bit of cybersecurity knowledge, but I would really recommend just do it. They're really fun. You'll learn a bunch of stuff you didn't know, so I highly recommend doing it.
Yeah, and they're pretty much geared towards like first and second years, so people that are generally pretty new to the club. In general, that's just how the general meeting is set up. So don't feel like you need to know anything going into these. That education presentation should get you, about 50% of the way there, and then like doing some research outside of using Google should get you, most of the rest of the way there. And then sometimes you can message on Discord like Owen, the tech lead, if you need some more help. So yeah.
All right. So getting into research, as Dan mentioned before, the second half of the meeting is the research half. And so that's where students will present either things they're working on, research that they're doing, what they did on co-op, literally like whatever, as long as it's tech related. And so whenever you do these presentations, you'll get points. Points will result in rewards. I'll talk about that later. But so if you just come up and do a presentation, you'll get 1 point. And if you make a blog post, if you're interested in doing that, send me a DM, and you'll get points as well for that. So for the research portion, 15 to 60 minutes, whatever, as long as it's nothing too crazy long or too crazy short. Do something that you're interested in for sure, something you're passionate about, something you want to go up there and teach people about, maybe that other people don't know. So it can be like a slideshow. You can do that a demo as well, show like what you're working on. Again, any questions, there's my Discord at the bottom. You can also just look up Hayden in the server and you'll be able to find me. The blog, so it's essentially like markdown style posts where you can talk about wherever, like any research that you're working on. Leah recently posted one. I'd recommend looking at it. It's sort of intro to RITSEC, kind of mirrors what this presentation is. So if you have any questions, I would definitely recommend checking that out as well. So here's the prizes for the research. With 1 point, you'll get a lanyard, 3 a USB, 5 a lockpick kit. As you can see, it goes up, and then finally there's the extreme swag pack at the end where you get some cool swag. So this is just sort of like a little incentive, a little bonus for doing research. Okay, competitions.
All right, so first we're just going to go over some competition lingo. We have, at every competition, we have a black team, blue team, red team, purple team is something else, and then we have white team. So our black team is usually upperclassmen who are the ones who actually put the competition together. So there's a lot of technical work on the back end that goes into making a competition, and that's what our black team does. Our blue team is what's going to be more relevant to underclassmen as far as RITSEC goes, and we'll get into that in a second. But blue team is whoever's competing. So usually there's like some sort of incident response component, and blue team's going to be the one doing that. They're like the good guys of the comp usually. Red team is also kind of somewhat on the back end of the competition. They're going to be the ones who are breaking things. It's who blue team's trying to compete against or fight against, if you will. We then have purple team, so this is kind of like a double term. Purple teaming can be something we do in ISTS where you can have blue teams interfere with other blue teams' activities. Or we also have, you might see people walking around with purple shirts. Those are our sponsors at the competition. They're not competing, just so no one's confused. Finally is our white team. Those are people who show up to our competitions the day of, and they help out with anything they can. So they'll usually help with store stuff. They'll help with setting up food, anything like that. So there are two types of competitions that we do. All the terms I just said are related to our red versus blue competitions, and then we also have a CTF. So first is IRSEC. This is what I'm in charge of as the IRSEC CA. So this is going to be November 1st of this year. Put it in your calendar right now. You are not busy. You will be there. This is geared towards beginners, and it is a red versus blue competition. It's specifically focused on incident response. So we're going to have 15 to 18 teams of blue teamers, and then we have our in-house red team, which is all our students who work very, very hard to make super cool red team tools, and they're going to deploy them on the environment, and blue team's going to have to respond to the incidents. At the end, you usually write up a report of everything you found, and it's scored throughout the whole competition to see which blue team can keep up the most boxes. We're also going to have blue team workshops for this, so if I'm talking like a foreign language right now and you have no idea what I'm talking about, but you want to participate, I highly recommend you do. We have blue team workshops where we're going to teach you not everything you're going to need to know, but we're going to try our best to cover as many bases as we can so you can participate in the competition and have a good time. This is really focused towards beginners, so I really highly recommend that if you're a freshman, you apply to be on a blue team. It's a really good experience, and if you're a little hesitant, I would just show up to our blue team workshops and then you can compete. Next we have the RITSEC CTF. This is our capture the flag competition. We usually have some popular topics that we always keep, so there's always going to be web challenges, there's always going to be forensic challenges, crypto challenges, reversing, pwn. What is this QR code? We have this super cool QR code you can scan and find out what it is. It's a surprise. I'm guessing it might be like a past CTF or something like that. This is going to take place in the spring, so there's a lot of time for someone who knows a lot more about it to explain to you what it is. And then we have one more competition. This is ISTS. This is not focused towards beginners, so I would not expect to walk on to ISTS. This is also going to take place in the spring, and it is specifically February 27th to March 1st. So this is an advanced red versus blue team competition. Like I said, we have teams from other schools come and they compete here, and then we usually have the winners of IRSEC also compete in this competition. It's really, really cool. This is where we get into purple teaming, where the blue teams can attack other blue teams. We also have a King of the Hill component, which is when teams try to take control of a box. We have really cool games that usually include some sort of physical security aspect. Last year, it was like you had to break into the club room, and it was really cool, and it was really fun. We also have a mini CTF that goes on over the whole weekend, so that usually starts Friday night and then ends when the rest of the competition ends. Let's see. Oh, yes, and our red team is sponsors and alums, so we don't have our student red team competing in this one. Instead, we have sponsors and alum who are our red team, which is really cool to interact with them and see what they've been working on because they will drop super cool tools also.
All right, so I know I mentioned this briefly before, but what are mentorship groups and why should you sign up? So they're like one-on-one or group. It's really to get like a feel for the RITSEC community, like in a smaller group setting. So yeah, you do a little bit of learning, but you also meet somebody that is very involved in club, and they can help you. They're just like a friendly face to see, and they can help you like get the confidence to go to a lot of meetings and get a lot more involved. So there's a couple of topics up there, so like KQL and Microsoft XDR, like Linux security, concepts of cloud computing. Pretty cool stuff, so I would highly recommend signing up for that. And I believe Adam actually just posted a announcement this morning about that, so go there if you're interested. All right. Time for interest groups. So these all start next week, and they're all on the calendar. So the time should all be updated. They have the locations on there. They're also on the website if you want to see like a general description of them. So if you go to the RITSEC website and you go to, I believe the tab is called Groups, you can read like a brief description about what each one does and when they meet. So our first one is the Zero to Hero interest group, and Will is our lead.
Hey guys, I'm Will. I'm the lead of the. What?
You got cameras here.
Oh, we got cameras. My bad. I like to walk around. But, I got the Zero to Hero interest group. This is all new for this semester. This is designed for beginners, designed to be as approachable as possible. If you're sitting here and you're hearing a lot of words that you don't understand and you're seeing all these things that are kind of overwhelming, this is a great place to go because it's going to give you a little bit of guidance, going to give you some of that background information, and kind of let you know what you don't know, which is very important. It's going to give you some guidance for your career, your education, how you navigate club, and the end goal is for you to kind of explore, find your niche, and dive into it, because that's ultimately the goal with this club. That's all I got. Who's next? Is it this one?
That would be OT.
OT. Another new one. Oh.
Hello, everybody. We are the OT Security Interest Group. I am Lucas Brown.
I'm Lucas May. Oh, I'm Lucas May.
Alex can't be here because he's on co-op in Barcelona.
But he will be back next semester. But this interest group is for anyone who wants to learn about securing our critical infrastructure.
Our meetings will be on Tuesdays from 5 to 6 p.m. in the Air Gap Lab.
But again, the purpose of this interest group is to learn about how we secure our physical and software systems that control our industrial processes.
The different types of topics we will be covering during our meetings include the basics of OT and how it differentiates itself from IT, past and present attacks that are plaguing OT environments, as well as specific industry sector deep dives where we go into sectors like water, nuclear, manufacturing. We also plan on having an industry panel coming up in the fall and hope to have more.
But thank you. This is also the first year we're doing this. But yeah, come to our meetings. Thank you.
Oh, is it my turn? Yeah. Okay. So my name's Garrett, Commander-in-Chief. We run physical. If you want to pick a lock or something like that, this is the place to be. Meets every Tuesday, I think, from 5:30 to 6:30. Don't fact check me on that. I'll send you an announcement. It'll be in Air Gap. You know where that is. Not Air Gap. RITSEC. So first couple weeks, we're just doing the basics again. You can learn how to pick a lock. It's pretty cool. Put the thing in the thing, pops right open. It's just that simple. Second 7 weeks, I was going to do my key cloning thing I promised last year. This time it's happening, I swear. We actually have the shit. But we'll see if it actually comes through. I need a lock, but that broke. In the last couple weeks, I had some really cool things lined up, but it got cut off, so we'll just figure it out later. That's me. That's our next leader. Notice how it's not there. This is my last semester. We need someone to take over soon. Keep in mind. And the last thing you can't see, because the captions are in the way, unfortunately, is there's an attendance graph of physical versus wireless security. And let me tell you, it's a big difference. It's night and day. You don't want to see that. Yeah, I also got this photo here if anyone saw that. Yeah.
How many times are we canceling this semester, Garrett?
6.
Next up is VRIG. Yeah, VRIG's next.
Hello, everyone. I'm Alexi. I'm a third year, and I'm running the VRIG interest group this year. So this is like a very general description. I don't know. I didn't want to put too much on the slide, but yeah, basically just like understanding and like messing around with software. Typically, like the concepts are like very low level, or and yeah, I guess like for an example, like last year, we did like exploitation, like kernel exploitation, as well as like userland stuff.
We also were writing like a kernel like the first semester, and then like towards the second semester we kind of did more browser exploitation, and like through Pwn College mainly. Yeah, so I think I'm hoping to like kind of continue that. Probably gonna hope to do some browser this year, but I'm open to ideas as well. Like if people have ideas and like want to do something, yeah. So I think it should be fun, and anyone can really come as long as you want to like put in the work and like learn. I think it'll be a good environment. There's also a lot of really smart people that go there, so it's a really good place to learn as well. Yeah.
Next up, we have WESIS. Do we have a representative from WESIS? Got a few? Hell yeah.
Yeah, thanks for the claps.
Claps for WESIS, please.
Yeah. Oh, we love it. Hi, guys. Women in cybersecurity. We're here. There's not many of us, but we are here. Anyone can join. You don't have to be a woman to be part of it. You just have to be an ally. All-inclusive, support the community, focus on social and technical aspects of cybersecurity. Meeting on Mondays, 4 to 5 p.m. in Golisano 2730. They have pretty insightful meetings. They have a couple different things planned for this year, exciting. And the biggest thing to get involved with WESIS for is the WESIS Conference. The WESIS Conference is a big event. You apply online via like a WESIS scholarship, and you basically get to go and fly to wherever the conference is. This year, I believe it's in Baltimore, D.C. It's in D.C. You get to fly there, hang out, meet a bunch of companies who are super excited to hire people and interact with women in cybersecurity. Super fun, super great. We host multiple different events, social events throughout the semesters. First meeting, 9/8. Woo, go WESIS.
Okay. Hi, guys. Yeah, so we have a really fun conference. Last year we went to Texas State at Gaylord, and it was all paid for, and it was great. This year, yeah, we're going to DC, so hopefully it'll be also an amazing experience. As for the insightful meetings, we do have a few like academic presentations set up for you guys from upperclassmen and people who work in industry. And we also are planning on having companies come in and talk to us. And I think this year it's going to be Lockheed and FBI. And yeah, this is like right before they start like doing their whole hiring and everything. So it's a really good opportunity to go see what like they do for cyber in their company, and then talk to me like, hey, do you guys have jobs? It's great. Yeah. Would you like the mic? No. Okay, that's it. Thanks, guys.
I don't know who gets the mic now.
Next up is RVAPT. Quick little thing I'll mention. I found out what RVAPT stood for like last week. It's like, it's missing a letter, but like, I'll deal with it. It's all right.
Yeah, I also didn't know what RVAP stood for until I started leading it, but yeah, it stands for RT Vulnerability Assessment and Penetration Testing. Long story short, it's just hacking. In this interest group, I just go through like the A to Z of pen testing. It's very surface level, but towards the end of the semester, I'll have like a couple free weeks, so I can go into a deep dive of whatever the heck I want. If you have any suggestions or what you want to hear, just message me. Oh yeah, technically now RVAPT is affiliated with Hack the Box through their ambassador program. What that means is not much. They just give out free boxes or whatnot, which I can try at the second half of after my presentation and not finish. And yeah, we meet in the NetSec lab 2780. Unofficially, we're scheduled for 5 to 6. I say that because it was supposed to be 6 to 7, and we haven't got that schedule changed yet. But just show up 5 to 6, and we kick out whoever's in that room. Yeah, this is for Hack the Box specifically. Just sign up with that QR code. We just need the logistics, so if you need time to scan that, there you have. But yeah.
Thank you, Masaki. Next up, we have IREG.
Okay, so hi, I am Chloe. I am one of 2 leads for the Incident Response Interest Group. If you're looking at that and being like, what the heck even is this? What is incident response? It's like exactly what it sounds like. It's just you respond to incidents. We cover a lot of things. We cover SOC seem sore. If you're also wondering what that is, don't worry. We have a whole meeting dedicated to that stuff. We go over a lot of security news and vulnerabilities. So if you're someone who like wants to be in the know and wants to be like, hey, what's happening in the world of cybersecurity without getting like too much into it, that's what we cover a lot. We also prep for a lot of blue team competitions, which I'm going to let Eva talk about because she actually went to UB Lockdown last year.
Actually, we put together a team last year and we won UB Lockdown, which is just a competition hosted by the University of Buffalo in the spring semester. For a more simple explanation of what incident response is for the freshmen, it is something happens, like people put in the wrong password a few times and then you get a call and you have to wake up at 2 a.m. and deal with it. We meet in CYB 2070, the Network Security Lab, same as RVAPT, Mondays 6:30 to 7:30 p.m. because sorry, it's so late. Me and Chloe have awful schedules this semester. And yeah, do blue team competitions. They're fun. They take up your whole weekend, but you have fun the whole time. You learn a bunch.
Yeah, and you should totally come to our first meeting on the 8th because it's about how the lack of incident response led to the Death Star being blown up, which I think is a fascinating topic. So if you're interested and want to know how we figured that one out, you should definitely come.
Thank you so much, Irig. Next up is Team Contagion, but I don't think either lead for Team Contagion is here. Masaki's got it. Thank you, Masaki. Round of applause for Masaki, please.
All right, heads up, I'm not a lead anymore. Yeah, I graduated this team last semester. Anyways, this is RITSEC's official CTF team. Yeah, so if you don't know what Capture the Flag is, as they explained it with the demos, it's just a series of Jeopardy style, I guess, problems related to cybersecurity, all types of, problems. We sometimes participate in competitions. It's mainly based on like how committed you can be, like how much time you have. If you have a free weekend, just join the Contagion Discord server, and there's usually somebody on there online. Actually, most of us are perma online. Yeah, so every single week there's going to be a presentation of some new topic, and sometimes there's a demo. Usually the leads get pretty lazy. Not me though. I'm real cool. Oh yeah, it happens. They don't say what day of the week. These guys are stupid. It's from 5 to 6 at NetSec on whatever day of the week. I don't know. Oh, Thursday apparently. But the first meeting is in 1710, which is on the first floor. Yeah, if you have any questions, message those two, not me. All right.
Ops IG. Round of applause for Lucas for setting up the stream today.
Hello, I'm Lucas, and I'm with Stella. We are the co-IG leads for Ops IG. We'll be working with John, who is, again, remote right now. This interest group is like for nerds who want to be like sysadmin, want to get into like servers, automation. All of these things help the infrastructure that the RITSEC hosts. We're like the backbone of the club. So if you want to go into dirty details of how we keep this club alive, come to the meeting. Sally, got anything?
No, not really. Just point out that we just to make clear that Ops IG is the kind of entry path. If you decide you don't have to do this, but if you are an ops, it's Ops IG. You have the best opportunity to join the operations team, where you get to work with us and John and a number of other people to work on the large number of servers we have, which we run for like 2 or 3 weeks a year for competitions, and the rest of the year basically for whenever it's up, which it isn't right now, up for anyone else in the club to use for pretty much any reasonable purpose. So if that's what you're interested in, this is where to start. This is where we, generally speaking, will look for people and will look to recruit people from.
Want to point out that we also do host services for the club that you can use, which I will go into more details later on. Yeah, Thank you. Come to the meeting.
Next up, we have wireless, aka Wiggles, aka Giggles.
What's up, guys? Sorry for my voice. Wireless interest group is basically, other one. Thank you. Cool. Oh no, not cool. My bad. Basically all things wireless security. So if you're interested in radios, Wi-Fi, cellular, Bluetooth, my niche is kind of like aerospace. But anything around that you think is cool, you're definitely welcome to come. It doesn't matter if you've touched it before, or if you're an expert. Either way, it'll be pretty casual. Whatever you guys want to cover is what we'll cover. 4 to 5 on Thursdays in that same network security lab. Hope to see you there.
Who's next? We have no idea. Here you go, James.
Is Camden still here? Or did he dip? Camden, get up here. All right, so I'm James.
And I'm Cam.
And we are your red team chiefs for this year. So what is red teaming? You heard about those competitions that RITSEC hosts earlier. They are red versus blue style competitions. So blue is the defense. You are going to get like a mock infrastructure that you are going to protect. You're going to be like almost as if you're running a cybersecurity team for a business. And we are the red team, so we attack that. So we do a whole lot of offensive security stuff. So if you're interested in anything offensive security, you should come to Red Team Recruiting, which is the interest group for recruiting for the red team. You have to, do an interview with us. There's a few requirements to actually join the red team. But if you are interested in joining that, or if you just want to learn, come to Red Team Recruiting. It's a lot of fun. It's Wednesday, 6 to 7 in Air Gap. We red team. I didn't even realize that. We red team for the RITSEC competitions, except for ISTS, UB competitions, and UAlbany competitions. So if you've competed in any of those, it's really cool. We do a lot of fun. And most of us, once we graduate, we join the ISTS red team. So yeah, it's a lot of fun. You should definitely come.
Absolutely. Can I add a note? Yeah. One last note. Red team is super goated, but people sometimes mix this up with RVAPT. And our big difference is we focus a lot more on the persistence and the execution of attacks, whereas RVAPT is maybe a bit more on that initial access, I guess like hacking you'll see in TV a lot. So both are super cool. Go to both. Thank you.
All right, so next is CCDC, and I'm the cap. Woo! So I'm the captain of our CCDC team, and Liz back there is one of our coaches. A few of you have Liz as your counselor. Advisor, sorry. I also have Liz as my advisor. So we are the college's blue team for those competitions. So we won't compete in like IRSEC, but we'll compete in ISTS. And also the school will pay for us to travel to CCDC competitions around the Northeast and around the country. Last year we went to Rhode Island. The year before we got to go to New York City. The year before that they went to Vermont. It's a lot of fun. So we will compete against other top colleges. In our Northeast division, we compete against Northeastern, UMass. Across the country, we compete against like Harvard, Cal Poly. What else is there? I don't know. There's UCF, UT, like all the top colleges that you've heard of, we compete against them. And then all of us are competing against an industry red team. So these are people that work for the NSA, the FBI, some of the smartest minds in the world. A couple of them came in to have lunch with us last year because they were former RIT grads. It's a lot of fun. So CCDC tryouts start in a few weeks on Fridays from 4 to 6. There's an info session the third week of the semester from 5 to 6. Yes, 5 to 6 in week 3. You can learn way more about the CCDC team. Show up to tryouts, and then we have a competition at the end of tryouts. Even if you don't make the team, just going to the tryouts are a great experience. You'll learn so much. It prepares you really well for competitions like IRSEC. And Anthony, he's not here anymore, but he would always tell a story about how he would go to CCDC tryouts, and he actually got an interview at a few companies just from talking at Career Fair about competing at CCDC tryouts. But it's a lot of fun. We're a really close-knit team. Raise your hand if you're on the CCDC team. We have a lot of fun. We're a really close-knit team. I kind of describe it as, I played a lot of sports growing up, so if you're looking for a close-knit team, spends a lot of time together, really close, the CCDC team is definitely the place for you. That's after we came in third at ISTS. That's a green board at CCDC regionals last year. We have a lot of fun, and definitely show up to tryouts in the info session.
Thank you, James. Next, we have CPTC. The other side of the coin, basically.
Hey everybody. So I'm going to be talking a little bit about CPTC. It's the Collegiate Penetration Testing Competition Team. It's kind of like CCDC, but I guess kind of the opposite. So where you're defending things in CCDC, we are trying to gain access and hack into things in CPTC. This is Jaden. He's also on the team.
Yeah, I'm on the Windows side of the team, and just to briefly go over for penetration testing, it's about finding exploitable vulnerabilities before the bad guys do. And for the competition specifically, it tests your ability to do technical things and non-technical things, because it can be a bit writing intensive to create these reports that would potentially go out to a client if you were to become a pen tester for full time. And these reports are worth tens of thousands of dollars, so it's about how you can communicate your position and the things that you discovered in a concise manner for clients to understand. And you do learn those skills when you're a part of this team. Tryouts are due at the end of September 3rd at 11:59 p.m. So I hope you guys consider it, because it's a really cool team to be a part of. Thank you.
Yeah, and if you want to try out, that should be in your email. So back to Dan.
Hey everyone, I'm back. All right, the club room. Wow, we love this space. It will be clean. Yeah, we're doing better. So the club room is actually on the second floor. It is about right here. So right above us, all the way down on the end of our glorious cybersecurity building, and that's a space that's dedicated just to our club. So go there like whenever you want, pretty much at any time of day. It's open, besides before all those pesky 8 a.m.s and after all of the IGs are finished for the day. So I would say the operating hours for it are probably like 9:30 in the morning up until probably 10 or 11 at night most nights. And so just go in there, just see what people are up to, and everybody there is very willing to share what they're working on with you. Generally, they're working on some pretty cool stuff, because we are lucky enough to have a lot of club members that do some pretty amazing things here. And so just ask around, talk to them, and they'll show you what they're up to. And it allows us to have really a good community, much more so than a lot of other clubs on campus definitely do. So hope to see you all there. All right, events. Speaking of events, we have one today. So we have the barbecue tonight from 5 to 7 p.m. Perkins Green. I was corrected. It's not near J Lot, it's near K Lot. So sorry for any confusion that I made. But we also have hack nights. That's where we leave the club room open very late one night, sometimes get food, and just hang out and do work or work on personal projects and homework, that kind of thing. We also have local trips, so I will be posting a sign-up form for our Letchworth trip. That will likely be September 20th of this year. So if you don't know what Letchworth is, it's probably the best state park in the country. It really should be a national park, but I digress. It's still super cool. 3 waterfalls, this big Genesee River going around. I would highly recommend going for that, so be on the lookout. Then we also have RITSEC events. So we have ice skating and that kind of thing. So be on the lookout for that this semester. All right, conferences. Historically, we have sent people to ShmooCon, But ShmooCon is actually no more. So it's this big conference that was hosted in Washington, D.C. every January. But sadly, it's not really a thing anymore. So we're kind of looking at how we can like build up that community with the alumni network. Because at ShmooCon, we had a like alumni, I guess what would you call it? Like meetup, probably. So we had we reserved the entire second floor of a bar in DC and the entire alumni network for RITSEC and just like RIT cybersecurity kind of in general. So we had people from, companies like Amazon, Google, Microsoft, like these huge big tech companies. And it's a pretty amazing experience and very, very good for networking. So we are looking at getting something similar running for this year. So I would say definitely be on the look for that. But since we're such a big club, we always have people going to conferences, even if it's not like sponsored by the club. So like besides Rochester, obviously it's right here. I believe that's generally March, right? Anybody? Confirmation? March? Yeah. Okay, cool. So that's generally in March. It's like right down the street, actually at the RIT Inn, if you know where that is. And then DEF CON Black Hat, and then finally the WESIS conference. And I will say the WESIS conference, we do generally send people there. So yeah, be on the lookout for that kind of thing. All right, demo time. Who's excited? I love demos. Oh, Owen's here. Awesome. All right, make a CTFD account. Oh, I talked about the demos, like easy, medium, hard, so just talk about today.
All right. So I'm the tech lead. I just got here. We have every week demos. This week, what the demos are, there is all the members of Eboard and every IG, so the interest groups, have a flag. If you talk to them, they'll give you the flag, and you can put it in, you get points. So what you want to do, find the Eboard members, find the IG leads, go around, talk to people, network, socialize, get those flags, type them in, get points. That's this week. In the future, will be more technical stuff. This week, we're doing that. So use this QR code, sign up. That's the website. You need to create an account. You can use RITSEC SSO if you have that set up. I'm not sure. Most of you might not yet. And then you can do those demos. Yeah, so do them.
All right, awesome. Good luck, everybody. And a lot of the eBoard members will just like be floating around. So I know I'm going to come over to almost every table and introduce myself and talk to you guys. But yeah, IGs, if all of the leads for you guys could gather around like the edges of the room, and then Owen will come around and help you get set up. Sound good? Awesome.